And now we're just going to discuss what we can do on the consequence end when your child is told no to something and they engage in problem behavior. And quick side note, consequence does not mean something bad. It's not synonymous with punishment. A consequence is just anything that happens following a behavior. And so the behavior that we're looking at right now is our learner having some sort of tantrum or a meltdown when they're told no to something. And we're going to talk about what we can do. And that is, don't reinforce the problem behavior. If you have to tell your child no to something or deny access to something and they engage in problem behavior, then what we're not going to do is offer them something else instead. We're not going to give them the thing that we originally told them no for. And we're not going to bargain with them and negotiate with them, because in all those scenarios, our child learns, when I engage in this behavior, when I'm told no for something, my mom or teacher ultimately ends up offering me other stuff or the thing that they told me no for. So you're going to continue going about your business, doing whatever activities you need to do in your house right now. And if it's really bothering you, then just walk out of the room. And just know, a lot of the times things can get worse before they get better, because your child is learning all of those things I used to do aren't working anymore. So I'm going to try doing something else instead. And again, like I said before, those are the moments where you definitely don't want to reinforce problem behavior, because then that becomes what your child will go to the next time they're told no for something. There's one more important component that I want to share, and I thought about this after I made the video, and in hindsight I should have shared this, but it's really important that throughout this whole process, you don't get upset with your child and you don't get upset with your learner. I know that's much easier said than done, but you want to remain as neutral as possible and not let your child or your learner know their problem behavior is upsetting to you, because that could be reinforcing in itself. So we want to remain neutral throughout this whole process. And once your child or learner stops engaging in problem behavior for a few seconds and they start talking to you about something else, you can absolutely talk to them about something else. It's over with and it's done. You don't have to go back and acknowledge their problem behavior. There's no need to talk about what happened. It's over, and you can definitely move on from that. And don't forget, antecedent strategies will be your best friend. So those are the things that you can proactively do to mitigate the chances of problem behavior even happening. For example, if you tell your learner that they're not the line leader today and they engage in problem behavior, maybe they yell, and the consequence you provide is saying you could be the teacher's helper, then what that student learned in that instance is, when I'm told no for something, or it's not my turn, or something's not available, and I engage in problem behavior or I yell, my teacher offers me something else. And so the antecedent strategy that we would want to utilize in that scenario would be saying, Sophia, you're not the line leader today, but you can be the teacher's helper. That's the antecedent strategy of offering them something else before problem behavior even happens. I have much more detailed videos on that. This video is to discuss consequences for when problem behavior happens when your learner is told no for something. Learning how to accept that you can't have everything you ask for, or not everything is available when you want it, where you want it, with who you want it, is a really important life skill. And if you don't teach it, your child or learner is just going to end up suffering more, because they're going to constantly be put in situations where they don't have the skills to handle being told no, because they're used to ultimately always getting what they want. And that is not life.